Hey guys, and welcome back to another NBA 2K rebuild. Today, we are doing the other side of the Spurs-Raptors trade, this time with DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, and the San Antonio Spurs. I like this deal for San Antonio. They get back a proven all-star in DeMar DeRozan and a young player that they can help develop in Jakob Poeltl. They also got a 2019 protected pick. So this Spurs roster is a bit of a conundrum. They're pretty old. They only most of the players under 20 are very either inexperienced or two-way players. Jakob Poeltl, Murray, and Lonnie Walker are looking like the three players that the Spurs' future will be trying and built around. But they have a lot of people on a lot of contracts over or nearly at 30 years old. Patty Mills is on a large contract. He's 29, and I really don't believe he deserves that contract. 4 years, $50 million. Dante Cunningham's on for 3 more years. Rudy Gay's on for 8 to $10 million. Bellinelli's on for $5 million. And then Pau Gasol. This is a deal we need to get rid of. And we have some other deals that we may need to take a look at as well, including David Bertans, and just a bunch of them in general. So looking at this, Pau Gasol needs to be moved. Patty Mills probably needs to be moved as well. And then we need to figure out what's going on with Davis Bertans getting $7 million and Rudy Gay getting $8 to $10 million. But this team still should compete in the Western Conference. You have two All-Stars, DeRozan and Aldridge. They're both getting up there in age, Aldridge specifically. So we're going to have to see how this team performs and see what major changes need to be made. But first of all, we need to do some trades. We need to get rid of Pau Gasol and Patty Mills. So I'm hoping we can get we always hope we can get young guards or young assets or draft picks or whatever. But I'm just hoping we can honestly just get a little bit of a salary dump here. Vince Carter, top 3, but we always have to take on that big contract. Is there anything available that I may be interested in? PJ Tucker, Michael Carter Williams. Yeah, there is not much here. Jan Mahimi. What can we get for Pau Gasol? He's going to be 40. He's probably going to retire within the next 2 years at least. So if we could get a young player out for him, then I would definitely like that. JaVale McGee, Jared Dudley, Jeff Teague. Yeah, there's not much here. So you know what? We'll go through the first half of the season, see how this team does. Looking at how the team performs will really help us decide whether we need to trade Gasol or Mills or Rudy Gay or whatever. But I do want to send a couple players to the G League. I want to send the rookie Lonnie Walker to the G League, and I also want to send DeJounte Murray probably to the G League as well. I should sign another guard as well to go with them. Melo's a free agent in this. Michael Beasley. What young guards do we have? Let's sign Tyler Ulis for a year deal. That should be good. He can play our backup point guard role. So that should be the team for right now. Patty Mills, DeRozan, Rudy Gay, Aldridge, and Pau Gasol. So I'll bring you guys back about halfway through the season, and we'll take a look at where we are. So there are some definite questions that we need to answer. We're 27 and 29. DeMar is doing well, 22, 4, and 5. He's shooting 54% or 51% from the field, 39% from 3. LaMarcus Aldridge is doing pretty good, 18 and 8 per game with a block and a half. Rudy Gay is doing well. Patty Mills and Pau Gasol need to go. I know Pau's averaging 8 and 5, but for the money that he and Patty Mills are getting, that is nowhere near the production that we need. So I'm going to look at trading Pau Gasol and Patty Mills in one offer to try and regain some of the scoring and bench production that they're giving us. Jeff Teague and Gorgie Deng. Gorgie Deng's on a ridiculous contract, so I'm not going to do that. Greg Monroe, no. Berea. Or actually, you know what? Let me put together a couple trades and see what I can do. on the trade market. So guys, I made 2 trades, one Pau Gasol and Derek White for Greg Monroe and Garrett Temple. We get Greg Monroe, a good center. Garrett Temple we can always move later. He's on a 1-year, $8 million contract. We get back a good center in Greg Monroe. And we sent Patty Mills in our 2nd round pick, which isn't going to be that great, to the Nuggets and Richard Jefferson. I waived Richard Jefferson and then signed Yogi Ferrell to a 2-year deal. So a bit of a change in the lineup now. I'm thinking I actually may want to move Marco Bellinelli into the starting lineup, or even Tyler Ulis possibly, but who knows. Hopefully this change will shake things up a bit. I'm hoping that this really does help us get some more wins. We're 27-29 right now, 2 games back, 17 games back from the Golden State Warriors, but just 2 games out. Or excuse me, we're actually tied to be out of the playoffs. For some reason we have a better win percentage because we have 1 more win. But Memphis, Utah, and then New Orleans is only a game back of us, and Portland are only 2 games back of us. So this could be a pretty tight playoff race right now. Toronto with Kawhi Leonard is actually the #1 seed. They signed Melo in some freak scenario. Boston is #2. And teams like New York Knicks with Kevin Knox and Kristaps Porzingis are out of the playoffs, surprisingly. I believe also, yes, that the Pacers with Tyreke Evans, Miles Turner, and Victor Oladipo are also out of the playoffs. In the West, Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton are not in. LeBron James is currently 19-34, and the Trailblazers are out of the playoffs as well. So we have a lot of work to do. I need to check the contract extensions, and we can't offer them to anybody. So we're going to simulate to the end of the season and judge if we need to do a complete overhaul of this Spurs roster. So guys, we end up 36-46. Here are the end of the year awards. Not a very good season. Kawhi on the All-NBA 2nd team. No Spurs anywhere at all. We didn't make the playoffs. Yes, we got bumped. Taking a look at the player stats, Greg Monroe and Yogi Ferrell did pretty well for us. DeMar only averaged 21 and 5. His scoring actually went down compared to the rest. Yeah, in the second half of the season, both his percentages went down. Aldridge only averaged 18 and 8, which for a 90 and 91 overall is a little lacking in my opinion. In the conference standings, we were the 3rd team out of the Western Conference. Warriors go 66 and 16. The Jazz did not make it. Portland did not make it. LeBron and the LA Lakers did not make it. But the Dallas Mavericks did. Of course they did, because they got DeAndre now. But either way, we have a lot to do this offseason. Aldridge, we want to build the team around Aldridge and DeRozan, and hopefully with the players we send to the Raptors, just like in my rebuild, the Raptors win the title with Kawhi Leonard. 29-5-5, that is insane. The Raptors with Kawhi win the title. So, Manu Ginobili does not retire, surprisingly. That's actually very intriguing. I'm pretty surprised at that. League meetings, no, get rid of that. Draft lottery, I don't know where we're going to be. Probably not going to be in the lottery, but we're going to be close to it. Yeah, we're going to be the 10th pick, so we're going to have a shot at getting someone pretty decent. Of course, we're going to keep Pop on the staff. Let me sign a good staff around him. Oh, we do already have a pretty good staff. And we can venture right into free agency. Could I get my coach, please? Thank you. So who are we lined up to get in the draft? Jalen Hands will be available. What happened to our guys that we sent down? DeJounte Murray is a 81. Lonnie Walker an 80. Pirtle up to an 87. Let me see what happens if I move these around. Yeah, DeMar will be a better small forward. Aldridge. Yeah, it's good power forward. Rudy Gay will stay the same. So, looks like we keep DeJounte Murray there. We're losing Greg Monroe. Marco Bellinelli goes up to an 80. Why don't all the centers go up when you change them down? It's very strange to me. Either way, that should be good for now. So the starting lineup would most likely be DeJounte Murray, Lonnie Walker, DeMar DeRozan, Aldridge, and Jakob Poeltl, with Rudy Gay coming off the bench and Bellinelli coming off the bench. So we also have Davis Bertans and Tyler Ulis still on contract. So let's just see who we get in this NBA draft. I may just go with the best person available, or if there's a good center available, I may go with them as well to place them alongside Jakob Poeltl. So let me just zoom into the 10th pick in the draft. I also want to see what trade options are available, since we're trying to do this right now. We're trying to get as good as we can with the players DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge. So we could get Cameron Reddish and Larry Nance Jr. We could get Bol and Luka Mute, Zion. Okay, clearly, wow, this trade system is really messing up for some reason. I do not understand why they're offering me these trades. Could get Bol. You know, to make this more realistic, I'm gonna give them one of the better players too. I'll give them Rudy Gay, and I'll take on the salary of Patrick Beverley. There we go. So I try to make it a little more realistic. They're getting a pretty good player in Rudy Gay, but we are getting a great center in Bol. So I'm also very surprised that he fell all the way. What, they had the 7th pick, so he must have been. Yeah, Bol fall all the way to the 7th pick. Javon Quinterly went 1. Jalen Hands went actually 3rd. And then they get Jordan Brown in our original spot. So pretty successful draft. Pretty successful. We get Bol, who we can now pair inside with LaMarcus Aldridge. And then we can have actually Davis Bertans and Jakob Poeltl coming off the bench with our young players. So rookie signing, we're definitely taking Bol. No team options. And I believe we can head right into the qualifying offers and to free agency. Clint Capella, let me take a look at our cap holds really quickly. Greg Monroe, we'll keep him on. Ulis will keep him on. And I don't care about the other two. So we'll keep our cap holds on. Don't have much salary cap. I don't think we really need to sign anybody specifically. I already have plenty of centers, so I'm going to renounce Matt Casello. And we should be able to move on right through free agency. There's not much we really need to do. So we get back Tyler Ulis, which I'm happy about. Bellinelli and Mute go way down, which is a little bit unfortunate. Murray and Walker go up 6 and 7 respectively. So happy about that. But we need to find a trade for Luka Mute and Marco Bellinelli, since they are not going to get any younger. And they're only going to deteriorate as they go through this season. So training camps, I'm definitely going to use untapped potential. I'm going to use one on DeJounte Murray. Get him up to an A-. I'm going to use one on Lonnie Walker. Get him up to an A-. Do we have any left? That's fine. We got who we wanted. So let's find a trade for Mute and Bellinelli. Let me find a shooting guard. Let me find 2 guards. 2 guards. Ron Baker, Jonathan Simmons, Musa, and Joe Harris. That'll actually save us some cap room in the long run. We could get Quentin Grimes, but they'd give us back Patty Mills. OG Anunoby. I'm taking this deal. Remove that. Okay, no. No, I don't want that trade. Okay. Go to the Raptors. Get rid of that pick. Okay, I'll give you... I'll take that. I'll remove this and do the deal. I don't understand why... Okay, fine. I'll just do the deal. I'll abuse 2K Sim Engine for now. But now we have good young backups to put behind our starting lineup. So, redoing the lineup. DeJounte Murray, Lonnie Walker, DeMar DeRozan, Aldridge, and Bol. Beverly, wait a minute. No, well, that could work. Yeah, so we'll have Patrick Beverley, Tyler Ulis, Fred VanVleet, Jakob Poeltl, and OG Anunoby coming off of the bench. I'm liking this lineup. We're looking pretty good. Let's see here. You stay the same. We can move Patrick Beverley up to shooting guard. We'll move you back. That should be good for now. That should be good. Yeah, we can stake it like that. And that honestly should be good for this season. We have a revamped starting lineup. We have three guys basically 3 years or less out of college. Very deep backcourt, deep bench with Pirtle and Van Vliet. So we should be pretty good for this season. So guys, yet again, I'll bring you back at the trade deadline for a quick recap. So a definite change. We were 34-20. We were doing shaky in the start of the season, but I actually changed the play style where we now play through start, and I changed it to shoot at will, limit transition, and here are the rest of them. And since I implemented this change, we have gone on like multiple winning streaks of at least 10 games. I did it pretty much at this Lakers game, and then look, we rattled off about 8 to 9 straight wins, and now we're third in the Western Conference. The entire team is pretty much on fire at this point, except for Lonnie Walker, which, Lonnie, why are you not on fire? It's a very good question. Let's take a look at the player stats real quick. Aldridge is up his scoring. He's 21-8. DeMar DeRozan is averaging 21-5. Not shooting very well from the field. We're not shooting overall that well. Bol with 14, 7, 4, and a block. And DeJounte Murray is doing well as alongside of them. And the bench squad, very nice production. Patrick Beverley averaging 5 assists off the bench. And Ben Vliet and Tyler Ulis are putting up some numbers as well. So I'm happy with this. We're going to continue on. I need to double-check contract extensions. Yes, we are going to re-sign DeMar DeRozan for 2 more years at $30 million. And, do I re-sign Davis Bertans? I'll sign 2 years, $3 million. It can't be that bad. So what would his contract be now? Yeah, $7 million goes down to $3 million. So, yeah, that'll be perfect. Guys, I'll see you at the end of the season. If we continue on this path, we should be a top 2 seed in the Western Conference. We just keep on rolling. Here are the end of the season awards. Pau Gasol on the Grizzlies, 6th man of the year. We went 57-25, a gigantic change from last year. Kawhi still on the All-NBA second team. No Spurs on here, unfortunately, but you know how the Spurs are. All about team ball. Bol on the All-NBA first team. And we are the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. DeJounte Murray here yet again is the lineup with that great bench. We are going up against Denver with Isaiah Thomas, Michael Porter, and Paul Millsap. I'm terrified. This team we could actually lose to. But, taking a look at the stats, nothing much has changed. DeJounte Murray increases scoring a little bit. Besides that, we were pretty good. Not that big in points per game difference. We were actually 3rd in the league, but after the Rockets and Warriors, there's a giant drop-off, and pretty much from there, it all bounced out. We were the 2nd seed, 8 games behind the 65-17 Houston Rockets. Toronto with Kawhi Leonard, the number 1 seed, also now with Marco Bellinelli and Luke Mbah-a-Moute. So both the teams that benefited from this trade they're the number 1 and number 2 seed in each conference respectively. Look at this. Houston, then us at 8 games back, then 11, then jumps to 20. So the Western Conference not looking too hot. Trailblazers now with Rudy Gobert coming off the bench were the worst team in the Western Conference. 2K hates the Portland Trailblazers, I'll tell you. Luka Doncic and the Mavs did not make it. Booker, Mikal Bridges, Quinterly, and DeAndre Ayton did not make it. Wow, they traded CJ McCollum with the Utah Jazz, did not make it. And LeBron with Romeo Langford did not make it. In the East, Boston? Are you kidding me? Boston missed the playoffs? New York missed the playoffs. Milwaukee always makes it. Washington. So there's some wacky stuff going on here. I'll tell you what. Either way, I'm hoping we can get past the Nuggets. We should be able to. Oh, these games are a little bit close. 3-1. Okay, and end it. Thank goodness. Okay, going up. Minnesota swept them. My God, they swept the Warriors. Jimmy Butler, Karl Towns. There we go, into the conference finals, going up against this Houston Rockets team. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Well, that was pretty anticlimactic. Houston wins it. Toronto makes it to the finals. But great improvement from us. And with everybody improving this season, we should be even better than we were last year. Paul Gasol retires. Melo's salary cap hit. My favorite player of all time retires after 14 years in the NBA. 2K really screwing up with Melo's salary cap hit. But goodbye. And we're not going to have any draft picks. Yeah, our draft pick is number 29. No need to worry about that. Staff signing. Get a decent scout. Besides that, we should be good. And we can actually move right through to the player options. Yes, thank you for the draft warnings. Team player options. Yes, we're going to accept it on all of these. DeJounte Murray up to an 84 overall. Tyler Ulis will extend an offer to him, and we are in the moratorium. What cap holds do we have this year? Garrett Temple, goodbye. Patrick Beverly did okay, but you're going to leave as well. And we may actually have some, yeah, we have $5 million in cap room. So, what do we need? Not exactly sure what we need. We may need a backup shooting guard. Backup shooting guard, backup power forward. Okay. So, backup shooting guard. Alec Burks. Backup power forward. Backup power forward, I said. Who is available? JaMychal Green. And then I'll offer another shooting guard. I will offer Lance Stevenson a one-year deal. So good. Alec Burks, JaMychal Green. We're going to reject Lance. Hopefully no one matches those offers. They shouldn't. There we go. We should be set going into this next season. We have our backup point guard, backup shooting guard, backup small forwards, and power forward. And with Bol getting a very good season under his belt, we should be able to really progress these free agents as well. We get back Tyler Ulis, DeMar DeRozan, and Aldridge both go down. That is what I'm scared of. Aldridge is getting on $26 million contract. DeRozan has 2 years left on his deal. Remember, we signed him to that extension. May not have been the best idea. Bol up to an 85 overall. Everybody else going up as well. Hugh Snyder, you are pretty bad at basketball. But our final season, we were 57-25. Be it our All-Stars have gone down in their overall rating, but we still have a better system surrounding them. We now have 85 overall DeJounte Murray, 85 overall Bol, and better backup players. So I'm hoping that the same style will keep us around that 50 to 60 win range, but there's only one way to find out. A bit of a drop off, unfortunately, to 47-35. Here are the awards for you. No Spurs on these teams. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Kyle Lowry on the Raptors, third team. Kawhi Leonard, of course, on the All-NBA second team, as he normally is. No Spurs I'm seeing anywhere. But that's fine. We are the third seed, and we're actually not going to have to face the Warriors or the Rockets unless we make the conference finals. Going up against the Nuggets again, which is absolutely terrifying, because Quentin Grimes now an 85, Porter's now a 91, and they have an even better bench than they did last season. But looking at the roster, Bol up to an 87. Aldridge and DeRozan have improved this season, even though they're getting up there in age. And a bunch of our free agent signings have gone up to 80 overalls, including Tyler Ulis and Alec Burks. Take a look at these stats for this year. A bit of a drop-off for our two main stars. Bol taking more of the action, 15-8, and DeJounte Murray taking more of the action as well. I don't know how we're going to do against Denver. They have an extremely deep team, But I knew we can never actually just get a sweep. They always have to take 1 or 2 games. But going up against Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox, Bagley, Udoka Azubuike, and RJ Barrett. That looked like a pretty good team to me. 1-1. We steal a game at Sacramento. They steal a game at San Antonio. We take game 5 and game 6. And great. Fantastic. Going up against the all 90. Wait a minute. What? Wait, whoa. How did the Warriors get Paul George? Please tell. Are you kidding me? They traded Draymond and Andre Iguodala for Paul George? I don't know what to do anymore. I do not know what to do anymore. They have Paul George. Yeah, we're getting swept. This is ridiculous. How am I supposed to compete with this? How am I supposed to compete with a team of all 92 overalls, and even their 29th pick is an 82 overall? How is that possible? Oh my goodness. Either way. I like how this team came together. It'll be neat to see how DeRozan plays under Popovich, because usually players, their stats go down, but they play more efficiently, and the team plays better overall with Greg Popovich. I think DeMar DeRozan will grow to like being in San Antonio. He's still going to be under the radar. He's going to have better competition in the Western Conference, but he's also going to have another great player to go along with him in LaMarcus Aldridge, and that'll probably take some pressure off of them. The only thing that's a little bit concerning about the Spurs right now is the lack of floor spacing. DeMar DeRozan is not a great three-point shooter, neither is LaMarcus Aldridge. Patty Mills is okay. Pau Gasol really can't shoot them, and Rudy Gay is probably going to leave. So the three-point shooting and the floor spacing may just clog the lane and hurt DeMar and LaMarcus Aldridge. But I know that Pop will find a way. But either way, guys, thank you for watching this rebuild. Be sure to comment below what you want to see next. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.